Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nyayu Annisa Nurul. I'm from FIBC English Department Polytechnic of Sriwijaya. In this special occasion, I will present about qualitative data of data analysis and research methodology. Qualitative data is a type of data that describes the information. It is investigative and also often open-ended, allowing respondents to fully express themselves, also known as categorical data. In data, we have two types. The first one is nominal. In nominal, there is no correlation between values and cannot be compared. And also the bias is grouped into specific subcategories with the number of subcategories, such as 1, 2, or more. Like example, religion. We can make subcategories of religion into Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, and the other religion. The second one is fashion disease. We can make classifies in the fashion disease such as infectious or non-infectious. The next type is ordinal. In ordinal, data can be obtained by categorization, and the data can be arranged in a certain order. There is still a relationship between data values, so they can be compared. Like example, class. The class 1, class 2, and class 3. The next is income. The high income, low income, and medium income. So the data can be compared, right? The importance of qualitative data. Qualitative data is important in determining the particular frequency of trait or characteristic. For a market researcher, collecting qualitative data helps in answering questions such as who their customers are, what problem that they are facing right now, and where do they need to focus their attention so the problem can be solved. Qualitative data methods. Qualitative data collection methods are mainly focused on gaining insight, reasoning, and motivation. Here are the qualitative data collection methods. The first one is interview. It is one of the most commonly used data collection instruments for qualitative research, mainly because of its personal approach. The next is focus group. This is done in a group discussion setting. The group is limited to 6 until 10 people, and a moderator is assigned to moderate the ongoing discussion. The next is record keeping. This method makes use of the already existing reliable document and similar sources of the information as the data source. The next is process of observation or observation. In this qualitative data collection method, the researcher immerses himself or herself in the setting where his respondents are and keep an eye on the participant and take down notes. This is known as the process of observation. The next is diaries and journal. The data collection method is performed on the same data sources repeatedly over an extended period. The last one is case studies. In this method, data is gathered by an analysis of case studies. The versatility of this method is demonstrated in how this method can be used to analyze both simple and complex subjects. Here we have 5 steps to qualitative data analysis. The first one is arrange your data. Once you have collected all the data, it is largely unstructured, right? And sometimes makes no sense when look at the first sight. So the first step you have to do is analyzing your data and arranging them systematically. The second step is organize all your data. After you arrange your data, immediately you have to organize your data. So there are changes, you most likely have a large amount of information that still need to be arranged. One of the best ways to organize the data is by going back to your research objective and then organize the data based on the question asked. The next is set a code to the data collected. Setting up proper codes for the collected data takes you a step ahead. Coding is one of the best ways to compress the amount of information collected. The next is validate your data. Validating data is one of the crucial steps of qualitative data analysis for successful research. Since data is quintessential for research, it is imperative to ensure that the data is not flawed, so there is no mistake in your data. The next is, or the last is, concluding the analysis process. It is important to finally conclude your data, which means systematically presenting your data and a report that can be readily used. In the report, you should also state the suggestion or inference of your findings and any related area for future research. I think that's all from me today. Thank you.